Welcome everyone to Jen's Joyful Kitchen, where I teach you tips, tools, and tasty recipes to help you live with balance and also cook with joy. So today we're going to talk about in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to make a week's worth of salads in less than an hour. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to create your own salad bar in your fridge. I'm going to show you the tools that can help you do it in less than an hour a week. And then I'm going to share with you a barbecue chopped chicken salad that's delicious. Even if you don't want to have it for lunch, you can have it for supper or dinner, whatever you like to call it. So we're going to get started with that today. Remember to share this video with your friends as you're watching. And the more shares, the better, because we can continue to do these videos. So thanks for doing that. I'll also be posting links to the tools that I use. So if you're interested in checking those out, do that. And also later today, I'll be posting a blog with all of the information I'm sharing, including some tools so that you can check out these tools a little bit more. So be sure to go to jenhaugen.com for that as well. All right, so let's get started today. Today, I'm going to share with you, first thing you got to do when you're meal prepping or you're salad prepping for the week, you need to have the right containers. So what I've got here is the large square cool and serve. Now this is actually 4 pieces. I've got the lid here, so when I'm done with it, I can just pop this whole thing in the refrigerator. I've got the base that I've already pre-filled with my greens. So I've got kind of a mixture of spinach and arugula in here right now, but whatever greens you have, romaine, you can chop up your romaine, you can do whatever kind of greens you like. The darker the better, because they have more nutrients in them. So we've got that started. Now the key to doing a salad bar in your fridge, you got to have, I think, the container that can hold it all, because then you're not pulling out 10 different containers over the course of the morning or whenever you're building these. And then you have all this stuff all over the place. This is just a one-stop shop essentially for your salad bar. So the more colorful, the better. So to the top, we're going to add a few things. The first thing I'm going to use, and now last week I shared with you the quick slice. So this is a tool that can really streamline and make your cutting efficient and quick, hence the quick slice, right? So I'm going to chop up quickly my celery. So we're going to add this to our little salad bar in our fridge, right? So we're just going to put our celery right in the quick slice, and then you rock it and push at the same time, and then you have all that pre-cut celery. So great to have for your salads. And when you have this ready to go, it's easy then to grab your whole salad bar in your fridge right out in the mornings and build your salads. So we're going to build our salad bar first, and then I'm going to share with you how to use that. So that's a quick slice of celery. You can see how fast that was and already filled up that little halfway container there. I also like to use my veggie strip maker. Okay, let's not get too crazy. All right, so with carrots, or you can even use this with cauliflower. So if you like to buy like the riced cauliflower, you don't have to buy that. You just take your head of cauliflower and you rub it over the top. So just shredding up our carrots. And of course you can buy pre-shredded carrots, but I like to say that when you do it, it's fresher, and then they'll keep longer. I like to buy the bulk carrots, like a 1 pound or 2 pound bag, and it's usually like 99 cents or something like that. So you can save some money that way, and you can see how fast that actually went together. And then you don't have to feel like you are trying to use up a whole bag of shredded carrots in just a short amount of time. So I'm going to add that, and then this is going to make it so all you have to do is pull this out, and every day you can add whatever ingredients you're feeling like that day. All right, so we've got our carrots, we've got our celery, we've got our base of our dark greens. Now we need some other toppings as well, right? So another way to speed up this meal prep, and I like to do this salad bar prep on Sunday evenings when I am finishing our prep for our evening meal for Sunday. A lot of times I do like chili or soup or a casserole or something in the crock pot. So it's pretty much cooking, and I'm just making up a salad for all of us to eat to go with it. So why not make up a few extra veggies and just pop them in the fridge so you have it ready to go for the week as well. Because we do need to have, a healthy lunch. And when we have a healthy lunch that has salads, you're going to get all of those vegetables that we all need more of, that we tend not to get enough of. So this is a great way to do that. All right, so I'm going to use our simple slicer. You don't have to chop or slice this at all. We're just going to put it in our simple slicer, and there's 3 settings on here. I'm going to put it on the thickest setting, and since this is kind of tall, but hopefully you can see it. Like this. Oh, I'm a little off center. There we go. And then you just push this down, and now I've got my pre-sliced fresh cucumbers. So ready to go. And then these also make perfect snacks as you are, you know, when the kids get home, or even when we get home from work, we're kind of hungry. And this is a great way to just say, you know what, I'm just going to have a few vegetables. So we've got our cucumbers. And if you noticed, I did take my little peeler and I kind of scored every other spot there. So it makes it a little bit more pretty and appealing. So we've got all of that. Now to this, you don't have to chop everything. I also like to have like even just corn. So like canned corn is a nice option for our salads too. So I'm going to just drop that in here. And when you vary the colors as you're putting this little salad bar together, it even looks even more pretty. Just like when you go to a salad bar if you're at a restaurant and you just see all that color because it just is kind of contrasting with each other. That's really appetizing. Now last night, and then these are some of our vegetables that we're going to use for our salad, for our barbecue chicken chopped salad, but last night I blanched these vegetables. So I've got zucchini in here, I've got green beans, I've also got edamame. So these are all mixed together, and you can see that right there. So we're just going to add these in. Now blanching is easy. You just take a steamer and you drop it in your pot of boiling water, and you set the timer for about 2 or 3 minutes. You're just quickly cooking those vegetables just so they just get slightly tender but not completely mushy. You're going to take them out and you're going to put them in an ice water bath. And I like to use my salad spinner for that. So then I can spin out all the water as well after I'm done cooling it down. That ice water bath has the coldness, so it stops the cooking right away. So you're still able to get that crispness in your vegetable. So check this out already. We've got lots of great veggies in here. Now I don't have any peppers today, but that would be another one you could add. You could do some green onions if you wanted to. There's all kinds of different ideas for this. Now I want to add in some red color, and I want to do my cherry tomatoes. But it can take a little while to slice up every cherry tomato, right? But that's where I love the close and cut. So the close and cut is a tool that you just simply close it and cut it. So I've pre-washed these, and this has a little like spring-loaded base here. So as you're pressing down, you're not crushing the food. It's just actually moving it down, and then you're slicing through it. I like to also use this for grapes and a whole bagel that's not been cut, mushrooms, but even better is chicken or boneless pork chops or pork loins, because you can butterfly it and then it's going to cook in half the time. I don't know about you, but in the grocery store I've noticed that there are many, like the chicken breasts are getting really thick, and then they take a long time to cook, and they may not actually, you know, they look done, but then you might pull them off too early, and then you have that risk of getting sick because you want it to get cooked to 165. So we're going to we got our cherry tomatoes in here. I'm just closing this down. You got to have an 8-inch knife, and you're just going to slide through, keeping the pressure on the top. And we are done. We've got all of these cut. Isn't that cool? I love the close and cut. So now you can see we've got cherry tomatoes fresh and ready. So we're going to pop those into our salad bar here in our large cool and serve. Now if I had more, I could fill that up. There's a lot of room in here yet, so I could actually make more room if I wanted to by adding even another serving of all those vegetables. But you can see what I've got here. I've got our cucumbers, our shredded carrots, pre-blanched vegetables that I previously did, but you can do whatever you have in your fridge. I've got celery, some canned corn that I pre-drained, our cherry tomatoes, and then underneath, let's hope I don't spill this, is my dark greens. So you can just take this whole thing out, open it up, make your salad, and this is how you're going to make your salad. You're going to use the mason jar. So this is actually called the Make and Take mason jar set. And it comes with a bag. It comes with a little snack jar as well. This is where I like to put my fruit. So I've got my pre-washed grapes that I can put in here. And then I love grapes with cheese because it's a nice, like, sweet and savory snack. And also you're getting some protein and some calcium. And this just twists back on. So now you have your little snack for that. But then you can just use your Make and Take salad jar every day. So you clean it out when you get home. You pull out your large cool and serve, your salad bar in your fridge, and then you simply just fill it up. So what you want to do though is you want to keep your wet ingredients low. You don't want to have your, like if it's kind of a juicy type of ingredient, you'd want to keep that on the lower end. So if we do some of our blanched vegetables, because they are a little bit more juicy because they were pre-cooked in some water, so we can do that. I should use my tool here. Then I'm going to do actually some cucumbers, a couple of cucumbers in here, some corn, and you don't have to do all of the vegetables. If you are kind of maybe wanting to create like a taco salad, or you want to make like a Mediterranean salad, whatever you're feeling that day is what you go with. So you just keep building this up, and you're going to see all the different colors come to life, and then you have this pretty layered salad. So I like that. And it helps you want to eat that salad. Now, of course, you don't want to just put your vegetables in here. You want to add some protein. And I am actually in the process of cooking up a little of that protein, so let me get that started back here. Super easy here. I'm just going to use my grill pan. We're going to let this heat up for just a couple minutes. Then I've got my chicken tenderloins. They cook really fast. You can also do that chicken breast that you've previously horizontally cut in the closing cut, because then that will help it cook fast as well. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of smoky barbecue rub. It's super delicious. You can do all kinds of different things though. You could do a Greek rub, lemon pepper rub, sweet basil rub, whatever you like, whatever you're feeling. But if you do a whole bunch of chicken breasts or chicken tenderloins, you have those ready to go for the week, and you can just simply add them to your salad, because you want a great base of your vegetables. But then you want to have some protein. The protein would go towards the top. It tends not to be that laden with juice, so it's not going to make your salad soggy. You could also do beans, and you could also do nuts, and also eggs. Some other ways to get more protein. Now, a great thing about this jar is, here's the lid I'm looking for. You actually have the option of putting, so this is like a two-piece lid. So you have your lid, but then you can pour in your dressing. So I've made some homemade dressing in our measured mix and pour, and this is just an easy way to make a lower calorie dressing. There's actually recipes right on the side. There's a Caesar, an Italian, an Asian, missing one, a ranch. And you can make anything in here, but what's great about it is you put your ingredients in here, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a little whisk that you can go up and down, and that mixes up your ingredients. So the one that I have in here is actually for my salad that I'm going to share more about, but it's a barbecue chopped chicken salad, and to this I just add some chives, some buttermilk, some Greek yogurt, and a little bit of salt and pepper, and some garlic, and that was it. So it's a great lower calorie, really flavorful dressing that you can add to your salads, and you can do any kind of dressing that you want, but you simply just pour it right on the top here, and then you close that up, and then now your salad doesn't have to be coated with that dressing. You can simply just add it when you're ready. And when you're ready, you just take this off, open this up, and you could shake this up if you wanted to. You could pour it onto a plate if that's something you're interested in, or you can just pour your dressing right in and eat it right out of here, because it does come with a fork and a spoon that's long enough to get inside. So some really great tips and tools here for you to make your meals in less than an hour that can help you with a satisfying lunch that's going to be healthy for you. It's going to fill you up. It has all those vegetables with all those nutrients in them. And you have lunch. It's so easy, right? And then you can take it in your carrying case as well. Oh, and I need to mention too, you can also add grains to your salad, because that's going to give you some more carbs, which is a good thing, because your brain actually runs on that fuel that carbohydrates provide. So in my Rice Cooker Plus, I've actually cooked up some rice in some coconut milk and water. So that can actually add a little bit different flavor. You could also cook in chicken broth, vegetable broth, just plain water. You can add any seasonings you want to. But what's great about this is that you don't have to worry about it boiling over or trying to chip off the rice that I've done this many times, where I've put the pan on the stovetop and then I'm not watching it or I'm not stirring it as often as I need to, and then the rice kind of gets stuck to the bottom of the pan. Where this goes in the microwave, you just put it in for the amount of time that the rice package actually states for the microwave cooking, and you will get nice fluffy rice. You could do that with quinoa, farro, any type of grain that you want to do. All right, so we've built our salad bar for our refrigerator. We know how to put it together for a quick lunch in the morning, because once we have that prep work done, it's done, right? And then you can remember also if you want to put some grains in it. You've got your dressing that you've pre-made. I am now going to just pop this is nice and warm here. I'm going to do our smoky barbecue rub right onto our chicken here. I've got like 4 chicken tenderloins that I'm going to cook up. And I'm going to put them smoky rub down so that then that way I can actually season the top as well. And this grill pan is great for making sure, or actually like doing your grilling without having to go outside. So when you're thinking about grilling, you know, here in the Midwest, it can be kind of cold, or maybe your grill is covered with snow. Maybe you just don't want to do it. This is a great way you can grill with the grill pan without having to do any of the outside stuff to go with it. Now, these are only going to take about 3 to 4 minutes per side. So they cook very quickly, and then we just simply chop them up. And that's going to be for our recipe here. So I'm going to share with you the third part here of our cooking video today, and that is the barbecue chopped chicken salad. So I'm going to share this delicious, beautiful salad. I love this salad. I've pre-made it so you can see how that works, but you can see all the different vegetables I have on it. I've got my base of dark romaine lettuce. I've also got my cherry tomatoes in here, my corn, those pre-blanched vegetables that I was talking about, so zucchini, edamame, and green beans. And then I've got my done chicken, I'm sorry. So this is just my smoky barbecue rub chicken that I've pre-cooked, and then I have basically chopped it up with a really cool tool called the salad chopper. And I've got this all layered in here. Now, you can add cheese to this. You could add other ingredients to this. And you can just simply pour that dressing over. When you're ready to eat it, I would do it right before you're going to eat it, not ahead of time. And then the other ingredient that you can add is some bacon. I always think, you know, everything's a little bit better with bacon. Even as I was cooking it, I'm thinking, oh my, bacon just smells so good. So to chop that up, I'm going to use the same tool that we're going to cut our chicken with, and it's called the salad chopper. This is just an easy way to chop. So I've just got this all cooked up, and I'm just going to cut it, but it's a dual-edged blade, so it's actually cutting like twice the amount at one time. Okay, I've got like 5 slices in there. There we go. All right, getting stuck. Let me take out a couple slices. There we go. Trying to do too much at once. I might have to eat some of this bacon because it just looks so good and smells so good. All right, so then this is your fresh bacon. Gotta be careful, this is really sharp here. Fresh cooked bacon with the rest of our ingredients. I want you to see what this looks like. You can see that. Colorful, delicious. Now, if you wanted to add rice to this, you could definitely do that. You could build like a rice bowl. You could do other grains if you wanted to. Maybe you want to have this with a baked potato. There's all kinds of different options for that. Let me flip over my chicken here because it looks like it's ready to turn. And the great thing about the grill pan is it actually leaves those nice grill marks. So you get that look of the grill without having to do the whole procedure of starting up the grill. So that's almost done. We're just going to let that finish cooking. So we've got our salad bar in our jar, or salad bar in our fridge. Easy to build the salad in a jar then, right, to take with you. This is a really easy way for you to get that lunch ready to go without feeling like you always got to have the leftovers and, oh, there was no leftovers last night. What am I going to do? I should just go and buy something. This is an easy way to kind of get out of all of that and set yourself up for success with that. And then we just got our barbecue chopped chicken salad. So we've got our lots of colorful vegetables. We've got our chive buttermilk dressing, and it's ready to go. Like I'm gonna eat this as soon as we're done. But I do want to leave you with something too before I cut up that chicken. In my book, I like to talk about self-care a lot because I do believe that sometimes we aren't the best with self-care, especially women. We tend to think, okay, I'm just gonna, take care of everybody else and not take care of ourselves as much. But I want to give you a quote here. And it's one of my favorite quotes. It's by the author of Life's Little Instruction book, which was popular in the 90s. I don't know if you've heard of it, but this is a quote that I like. Remember that children, marriages, and gardens reflect the kind of care they receive. So H. Jackson Brown Jr. is the author of that quote. I also like to throw in there, it's not only our children, our marriages, and our gardens that reflect the care, but it's also ourselves. So are we taking a good care of ourselves? Are we really doing what we want to be doing every day? Or are we kind of living someone else's life? Last week we talked a little bit about the beginning of the compost recipe, and that was creating your intention. That was the C part of the compost recipe. And that recipe is really built to help you figure out, what is it you want and how are you going to get there? So with the C part, with the create your intention, like what is it you really want for you, your life, your family, whatever it is that you're thinking about. The O is observing. So just kind of, you know what you want, and then now just observing, like, what am I currently doing? You don't have to change anything yet, but you can just think about, is what I want and what am I doing, are they kind of matching up or not? And this is a great place to think about keeping a gratitude journal. It's also a great place to just kind of write down your thoughts every morning, just to kind of see where you're at. What am I doing? Let's just take the example of, I want to eat healthier. And that can be a goal. That can be something you want to live out into more. Or maybe you want to just be like, you want to feel more passion in whatever you're doing. So then you start taking note of where you find passion or energy in the day. That's kind of where you're observing that. If you're in the healthy eating type of goal that you really want to set that intention for, then maybe you need to start thinking about, or observing what you're doing. What are you doing for breakfast? What are you doing for lunch? How often are you snacking? What are you snacking on? All of those different types of things. So whatever your intention is, then going through and now just observing. Am I kind of living that intention or am I not? So every week I'm going to share with you kind of another part of that compost recipe, but just to kind of give you some things to think about as you go through your weekend and your week ahead. Let me grab this chicken. It looks like it's done here. I'm going to grab this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I love about this grill pan. It cooks really quick, and you can do paninis in here. You can do quesadillas. You can do, of course, your chicken, your pork, your hamburgers. You can do any of that stuff. And I always suggest too checking the temp of your chicken or anything you're cooking so that it reaches 165. That is the temp that you want for chicken specifically. So let's just do that. And I like to stack it up because you need to make sure that they're all kind of in that same range. So it's going up here, and it's getting there. So just to share with you how the salad chopper works, you simply just grab the chicken, and you don't even have to touch the chicken, and then you cut up the chicken. So you can see how that is so simple, isn't it? So then you have this chopped chicken ready to go. You can even build a spot for that in your large cool and serve, because then you have chicken, you have maybe some black beans, you have corn. Maybe you think, this week I'm going to do taco salads, and you build your salad bar for taco salads, whatever you desire. But set yourself up for success by simply just keeping the right vegetables on hand, building this on a Sunday night while you're just cooking up stuff anyway, or maybe doing the final preps for your evening meal. Get that chicken cooked up on a grill pan. You can also do it in the microwave. You can do a whole chicken in the microwave in 29 minutes. We'll talk about that sometime soon. Or maybe you're baking off the chicken in the oven. You can do whatever you want. Or you want to do pork, you want to have pulled pork, all kinds of different things available to you. Then you can make this salad too, ahead of time too, that features the chicken. This can be a delicious family meal that goes with maybe a baked potato or something like that. So today I'm leaving you with those thoughts. Remember that children, marriages, and gardens reflect the kind of care they receive, and you as well reflect that kind of care. So are you taking good care of yourself? I hope so. And I hope that this video has brought you some tips, tools, and tasty recipes that can help you cook with joy and live with balance. Till next time, next Thursday at noon, I'll see you soon, and share this video and check out the links to the products I'll be posting right after the video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.